There is no respite for those who remain in Delhi. Several parts of the city continue to remain flooded. The ITO, Rajghat, Civil Lines and Yamuna Bazaar continue to remain waterlogged. Now, the army has joined flood relief operations in Delhi as the busiest road, the ITO, is submerged. Meanwhile, at 8 a.m. today, just about an hour ago, the Yamuna water level stood at about 207.58 meters, which is expected to go down. Remember, the danger level mark is at 205.33. And unfortunately, what's also been reported yesterday is that the capital has recorded its first deaths due to waterlogging. This took place on Friday. 3 kids between the ages of 13 to 15 had drowned in northwest district's Mukundpur. Now, we also gave you details about the water levels of the Yamuna. They're expecting to decrease, though, but it's still above the danger mark, which is at 207. Now, the water level of the Yamuna was recorded at 208 previously, but since then it has receded. Beyond this, the IMD has issued a yellow alert. Remember, multiple alerts have been issued for the capital, and not just the capital, but multiple other states in North India as well, which continue to remain impacted by the monsoons. That includes Himachal Pradesh, that includes Punjab, that includes Haryana as well. But for the capital, a yellow alert has been issued, a warning of moderate rain. We're going to listen into what residents of Delhi had to say right now.
आई थिंक ये मिसमैनेजमेंट है, इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर डेवलपमेंट जो हुआ है दिल्ली में, ठीक है, उसका भी एक रीज़न हो सकता है. कहीं ना कहीं इतने पुल्स बने हैं दिल्ली में और बाकी लो लाइन एरिया में लोगों ने अपना जो है बसे हैं जाकर, तो उनको तो डेफिनेटली प्रॉब्लम होनी ही थी क्योंकि वो यमुना का ही एरिया है और लोग रहेंगे क्योंकि यमुना जनरली लोगों ने सूखी देखी है, इतना पानी कभी नहीं देखा. अब डेफिनेटली जब पानी आएगा तो फिर तो उनको प्रॉब्लम होनी ही है.
घरों में पानी नहीं आ रहा 3 दिन से, उसकी वजह से बहुत क्या नाम है प्रॉब्लम आ रही है. पीने का पानी नहीं है, छोटे छोटे बच्चे घर पे हैं, उनको लेटरिन बाथरूम ये खाना बनाने तक शौचालय जाने तक की बड़ी समस्याएं हो रही हैं. क्या करें जब पानी नहीं होगा तो.
जब मैं अपने गांव से निकल के गांव से निकल के मैं करकरडूबा अपने कोर्ट जा रहा था और वहां से मेरा बच्ची का स्कूल आ गया मयूर विहार में, तो मैं ट्रैफिक जैम में शास्त्री पारा की इधर बहुत बुरा हाल था उस दिन. अचानक सडनली मैं कम से कम आधा घंटा मैं उधर खड़ा रहा ट्रैफिक जैम में, डेड जैम था.
सर मेरे को ड्यूटी जाना था, 3 दिन हो चुके हैं, मेरी बेबी प्रेग्नेंट है. मेरे को ये हो रहा है कि जो छुट्टी कट के आई तो अपने बच्चों की कैसे डिलीवरी कराऊंगा, कहाँ कराऊंगा, किस तरीके से कराऊंगा. इधर हॉस्पिटल है वो भी बंद कर रखे हैं, रास्ते ही नहीं सर, लेके कहाँ से जाऊँ. उधर जाए तो उधर कोई ट्रैफिक वाला नहीं जाने दे रहा, इधर पुलिस वाले नहीं आने दे रहे. ये बताइए हम जाए कहाँ, कैसे रहता रहेगा हमारे साथ, यही है हमारे साथ.
We're crossing over to CNN News 18's Yash Goyal, who's been tracking the situation in the national capital and has been reporting from various parts of Delhi. He's joining us live this morning to tell us more about the updated situation. Yash, good morning. Tell us about where exactly you are and show us what the situation is around you.
Well, a very good morning, Aisha, and in fact, I'm coming to you from the Rajghat area here in the national capital, and you can see these visuals are actually very endearing, and this is how Rajghat looks like this very morning. It still continues to submerge under heavy water, and in fact, this is now the dirty water which is stagnant over here. And in fact, we were talking to some authorities also some time back, and in fact, they told us that water at a certain point, at that very point, is approximately 8 to 10 feet. So you can just imagine the sort of water logging now the national capital is witnessing. Yes, the water levels are going down of river Yamuna, but this is what the condition is right now here in the national capital. And in fact, this is yesterday we saw how water actually came inside these very roads, and in fact now still it remains to be the same. And in fact, on the other side, if I can show you, is the main Rajghat area, and in fact that continues to be submerged under very heavy water, because I remember coming to this place earlier, and in fact we could actually go down to that very space very easily. And in fact, these trees are appearing to be very small, but these are very tall trees, so you can just imagine the level of water which is present over here. Now, talking about the arrangement which has been made by the forces over here, you can see civil personnel and in fact the Delhi police personnel have been deployed over here. And in fact, when we spoke to them as to what is their main duty today, then they said that after yesterday's incident in Mukundpur, now they have to make sure that nobody gets inside these these waters, because it is very tough to ascertain as to at what space what water level is there, because at this very point, if you go to that space has around 7 to 8 to 9 feet of water, which is very deep water, and this is dirty water we are talking about. And in fact, this is also has become breeding ground for a lot of insects and reptiles. So this is what the police is maintaining and the officials are maintaining. In fact, yesterday only and earlier also, there were water pumps which were installed by the authorities, and approximately 4 water pumps were installed in this area. And now all those 4 water pumps stands malfunction, because those water pumps are submerged completely under the water. And if we go by the view of the police officials here, they say that it will take more than a week to cull out all these water, because this is like till where you can just see water. In fact, I can show you on the other side of the road as well, this is the main road actually of the Rajghat. You can see water is inundated, and in fact water is everywhere from this very spot. So it's a tedious task for the government as well to actually remove all the water from this space. And now the authorities are also making sure that all these diversions are being followed by the people, because they don't want any traffic snarls to actually happen. Today is a weekend, so now we can expect a little respite from the traffic in the national capital, because yesterday we saw how ring roads were jammed. In fact, different areas were jammed, and a lot of people were also complaining about going to their offices and being stuck in different regions. We also got your report from the ITO area, where we showed you the visuals of how ITO still remains to be completely submerged under the water. And these are not fresh waters, these are dirty sewage water. So now, moving forward from this very point, the authorities have to also deal with the aftermath of these flood waters and rain waters,
Yash,
because now it will become a health
about
hazard.
what our elected politicians have had to say about the situation now that 3 children have also lost their lives?
Well, elected politicians, be it state, be it centre, most of them are actually involved in a political slugfest. We heard from BJP MPs, then we heard a rebuttal from the Aam Aadmi Party. And in fact, Aam Aadmi Party has to maintain that this is all nature's ire which we are witnessing. Plus, they have also said they have put this onus on the Haryana government as well for releasing access water to the to Delhi's Yamuna from Hathni Kunj Beraj. So the political slugfest is on. Politicians are actually making beelines to different places. They are moving to different spaces. In fact, yesterday also we saw how Arvind Kejriwal visited different spaces. In national capital, he visited Wazirabad. In fact, he visited different posts. In fact, LG was also here in the national capital for a very long time. He actually was looking at the work which the army was doing of restoring certain drainage areas, because this water is due to the failure of one of the drainage systems, one of the 12 drainage systems which are present here in the national capital. So politicians largely are passing their buck on each other, because now we have to understand Aam Aadmi Party holds all the key portfolios, not key, but all the portfolios here in the national capital, be it the PWD, be the MCD now as well. And in fact, they already have their government in the national capital. So the civic responsibility, the entire civic health is in the hand of the Aam Aadmi Party. And that is why the onus is largely on the government here in the state government and as well as the central government, because Delhi is not entirely governed by the state government, because central government also plays a very vital role. And that's where we saw LG stepping in this entire situation and in fact ensuring about all possible helps. And in fact, now both the governments are working in tandem here in the national capital. In fact, we yesterday saw war of words also breaking out between LG and Saurabh Bhardwaj relating to one service which they were talking about. So political slugfest is on, but the condition of national capital remains to be very bad, and this is the sad state of affairs. This is the worst Delhi could ever get. Yes, this is because of nature's ire, but yes, we have to also understand that this is happening after 45-50 years, but we have to be prepared next time if anything like this happens yet again.
Absolutely, Yash. Thank you so much for giving us that information.